So to kickstart it, what did you do in the seasons of my mother that your mother can no longer do anymore? What do you do in there that your mother can no longer do anymore?
Well, I talk about seasons of my mother I'm remembering from my mother because it's what she can no longer do. I started the book, it's a memoir that chronicles the seasons of my mother, and it weaves my own life with hers, and it starts off when we lived in Japan. Well, actually it starts off when we lived in Garden Grove. It goes to Japan. My dad was a military officer in the Navy, and then it takes you through our lives weaving stories. My mother loved flower arranging. She was an ikebana flower arranger, which for those of you who don't know, it's the Japanese art of flower arranging, and it's based in really specific rules. It's an asymmetrical triangle, and I'm going to demonstrate what it is, just in the way it's easy for me to explain. So there's 3 lines. The two of them are stems, usually like vine material or branch from a tree, and then the third one is usually a flower. So my mother would describe it like this. So the longest line is called the sheen, and that's the heaven. And then there'd be another line of imagine pine, and then pine. The second one is called the soy, and that's earth. And the last one, imagine my head's a peony, and so the peony would be down here, coming off to the other side, and that'd be called hikai, which is man. So it's an asymmetrical triangle. So it's an art, it's like live sculpture. And in Japan, she learned this, and she loved it, and it kind of was through my life as a continuum. And so I weave it into the book. Then there's stories in it, like of my mother trying to shove me out the door to an audition that I did not want to go to when I was in my 20s. And then us at the Oscars, and we're wanting to fling our jewels out the window because we're being chased by maybe jewel thieves. And then it ends with her Alzheimer's, which was a real struggle, and that's what you were asking. She can't remember her life anymore. She can't understand her life. And I think of memory kind of as a companion, where when you get older, your memory is supposed to be there. And it's supposed to keep you company. It's supposed to validate your existence. And she can't remember the past. She can't imagine the future. And all she has is the now. So that's sort of what the lessons that I learned in the book are about.